today I looked in Nevaeh's knapsack and her agenda wasn't there. And I'm like, why don't you have an agenda? And she's like, well, we can't bring it home. I said, why can't you bring it home? She said, because you haven't paid for it. Really? And or they send these forms for hot dog lunch and pizza lunch and milk and I swear it's weekly. I feel like it's weekly, and you know, $6 for hot dogs and $8 for subs, and then sometimes you don't have it, and they want you to, like when they send out the milk is the whole month, so they want you to pay for the whole month of milk. Sometimes you have to say no, you know, because I don't always have $9 or $10 and that's when I really notice it, because I should have $9 or $10 to be able to buy my kids milk or a hot dog or, you know, and that's simply because of the money I make is directly tied to lack of education, because I can't go to college. I can't afford it. I can't afford to educate myself where I'd like to be educated and get the better wage, be educated, get the better jobs and get the better wages. It's not easy. A lot of being in poverty is, how do I make it sound like, is low self-esteem. It's I don't want to say it's a mindset, but you get into a pattern where, again, you're a victim of your circumstance, so you feel like there's no way out. And I don't know if I necessarily felt so much as a victim of my circumstances, because I'm always searching for a way out. I'm always searching for a way that my children won't feel that they're living in poverty or they're suffering any. We get a lot of help too, like we go to the food bank. In my circles group, we get a lot of grocery cards or bucks. So it's about being resourceful. And that's how we are able to eat every night. Sometimes we have to skimp and save, or sometimes we don't have fresh vegetables, or, you know, but we make do. I feel like when they were younger, it was easier because they were smaller. So you used less. It's now this stage where they're all pretty much teenagers and they want to do things and they eat more and they do more, that you really start to see, oh, well, it doesn't stretch as far as I'd hope it would. For the past year, I've said no to organized sports because no longer am I on social assistance, so I can't ascertain the spectrum or things like that. They do have played against sports, but the process is long, and it doesn't continue. Once it runs out, then you kind of say, well, you can't go no more. And I don't think that's fair to give them a taste of something and then take it away. Like, you want that to continue. Always, and I try to be optimistic because I just feel like it's going to get better. I don't feel negative. Like, I don't feel awful. And maybe I should, but that's not going to help. You know, what's that going to do? It's just going to make me feel awful. It's going to make my kids feel awful if I'm always miserable with them. So I try to be optimistic because I think optimism brings better things. I never thought I'd be sitting on a board of directors or being involved in politics or volunteering. Please, I needed money. I never volunteered before. So I love the direction my life is going, and I love that I involve my kids because then they can volunteer because it's something I wasn't shown. So it's very important to me.